Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, I welcome you all to the subject digital image processing. This video is from chapter number 3 of this subject, image transforms. In this chapter we have actually seen what exactly the need of image transform is. So the potential of image transform that leads the popularity of digital image processing with several applications we have first of all reported, and we started one by one the formulation for forward and inverse transformations like two-dimensional discrete Fourier transform, discrete cosine transform, Hadamard transform along with Walsh transform. We have also gone through the KL transform, and lastly the singular value decomposition method. So actually the image transform switches us from one domain to another domain. Generally the domains are spatial domain and frequency domain. So spatial domains have dimensionality of the measurement in terms of the length, so the pixel size and the object size that what we relate, and the frequency domain is another one. So Fourier family is a very popular tool, is also having applications in this image processing domain. So we have also seen the representation with the help of complex coefficients, in the case of DCT with the help of real coefficients. The another transform we have also seen the Haar transform also, and lastly the singular value decomposition we have seen the various practicals we have done with the help of MATLAB software for this demonstration of the image transform. Now it's time to have the last transform address in this particular chapter, and that is Redon transform. Redon transform is actually used to show the projections of the objects into the image. The image is actually a two-dimensional view of the scenario that we see in 3 dimensions. So whatever the objects, that means the bodies that are captured into the image. So how come the projections are there? That information is actually analyzed with the help of Redon transform forward and inverse. So that simple information we are going to discuss in this particular video. So let us begin with the topic. So here we begin with the topic Redon transform, one of the popular in the family of image transform, and the domain is digital image processing. So to talk about the information what exactly this Redon transform is, before we see actually why the name is Redon transform. So the information is here. The Redon transform is named after Austrian mathematician. The mathematician is having the full name Johann Carl August Redon. The duration in which he lived and worked in the mathematics that has been mentioned here. This Redon transform is actually used to compute the projection of the objects into the image. The main application we find in the CT scan images, what exactly we see, computed tomography. So thereupon the application of inverse Redon transform is popular for the projections of the objects that we see into this particular CT scan images. The Redon transform can also be used for the line detection. So these details we are going to see into the subsequent slides. So here for the example we have one slide that is having the CT scan image, and into this particular image whatever the objects that are actually the organs into the human body, so these will be finding for the particular projections because the CT scan images are actually because of the X-ray. So X-ray is the source of energy because of which these particular objects are made visible into these images. So that projection is found and analysis is done with the help of this Redon forward and inverse transform. So applying this particular Redon transform onto the image generally we represent f of xy. Sometimes we have represented the image as f of mn also. So this particular image, and for the given set of angles to working with this particular Redon transform, so this can be thought of as computing the projection of image along the given angles. So it is actually switch from one type of representation to another type of representation. Generally we have the representation with the coordinate axis, coordinate systems, Cartesian, polar coordinate system, cylindrical, spherical. So see here the resulting projection is actually the sum of the intensities of the pixels into the each direction. Hence we can say that this is actually the line integral into the resulting projection. The result is the new image that is represented r as a function of rho and theta. So here we see that as we transform the image with the help of Redon transform, the earlier representation f of xy changes to r as a function of rho and theta. Here x and y are both the spatial coordinates, the spatial dimensions of the image. So measurement of lengths or simply the pixels you can say. Here rho is actually the measurement of length or distance and theta is the angle. So here there it was no angle, here the mention of angle is there. So this way the Redon transform changes the domain of the image sample. The representation changes from f of xy to r of rho and theta. The Redon transform is actually the mapping from one coordinate system to another coordinate system what we have talked. So it is actually the mapping of Cartesian rectangular coordinates. So f of x and y are the Cartesian spatial coordinates to the polar coordinates we can say, where one parameter is a distance and another is angle here. So this should be angle and it is represented by r and q and sometimes rho and theta here. So this is actually the diagram that shows more information working with the CT scan image we have seen with the earlier slide, and for this particular CT scan image the projections are shown here. So here a point G as a function of p suffix j and theta suffix k, so the representation into the polar coordinates, so in the projection that has been shown here. So this is the complete projection G as a function of rho and theta suffix k for the fixed angle, the angle that has been shown. So the point in the projection that can be represented, and this particular rho suffix j is actually the x cosine of theta suffix k plus y sine of theta suffix k here. So very important information is there. If we are representing the lines and points with the help of Redon transform in the concerned domain, the representation is with the help of sinusoids. Next information, the Redon transform can be mathematically represented by the formula rho. Just now we have seen with the help of cosines and sines and these two spatial coordinates. After which the Redon transform r of as a function of rho and theta will be shown by this integration. So integral infinity to infinity for the two dimensions having dx and dy the differentials. So this will be working onto the image f of xy. This is our input image onto which Redon transform is to be calculated, and it is to be multiplied by this particular function. The function name generally we say direct delta function. So del is a function of rho minus x cos theta minus y sin theta. So here del is direct delta function, and these two integrals actually represent the continuous space coordinates. So as the space is continuous one, the memory requirement will be higher here, and especially for the CT scan images the memory requirement is of course high to show each and every part of that particular image. The compromise is not done with the help of quality of the image. We have another representation here. So next information is regarding what are the actually properties of the Redon transform. So the representation we have just now having this particular formulation for, so G as a function of rho comma theta plus 180 degrees, so angle has been added with 180 degree. So this is in the representation of polar coordinates, and into this particular formulation the x of cosine of theta and y into sine of theta, so this theta will be added with 180 degrees. So this will be the change here. So it shall be represented to the next step with more simplification to make these two terms into the minus. So cosine of theta plus 180 degree will get us minus cosine of theta. Similarly for sine theta also the changes will be made here. Next we have the very simplified representation. This is nothing but g of minus rho comma theta. So if you make a change of angle 180 degree, so it will be actually a reversal, and this will get us to the form g of minus rho comma theta. Now we can talk about more information regarding the Redon transform. So whatever the Redon transform image data is actually collected, that is named by sinogram, because in the representation with the help of radon transform, the lines we represent with the help of sinusoids. Hence, from the sinusoids, the name is sinogram. So sinogram is actually the image of the radon transform. So here we can have the comparison here. So the representation with the both domains, that is the spatial domain representing f of xy and the polar coordinate representation r of rho comma theta, that can be shown here. The projections we can map here. So to talk about actually the properties of the objects what we see in these particular sinographs. So sinogram, if it is symmetric, so that time the object into the image is also symmetric. So this information we can extract to see at the sinogram of the particular image. Next, the sinogram, if it is symmetric about the image center, so that time the object is symmetric and it is parallel to x and y axis. Sinogram, if it is found to be smooth after application of the radon transform, we come to know that the object has uniform intensity. So this was all the information in brief related to the radon transform. I hope it will be very much helpful to you while working with this particular transform. If you are liking this particular information and want to have some more details, you can subscribe to Ekeeda. In the next lecture, we are going to have some demonstration of this radon transform onto some image samples with the help of MATLAB software. So MATLAB program 1 on radon transform will be the next topic. Thank you.